Hi Internet, I'm Tango, and these are Tango's Takes. And the take for today, April 18th, 2021, is Resumés. Okay. When it's time to job hunt, you need to update and prepare a resume. In general, you should tailor your resume to focus on things relevant to a position you're applying for. That's known. That's common knowledge, as it were. It's not necessarily the easy thing to do, especially if you haven't been working long or if you've only worked in one place. If you're changing fields slightly or significantly, look at the skills that have been in your work in the past that maybe you didn't highlight because you were continuing to work in the same field. I work in a help desk. I tend to focus on my customer relationship, the tools I've used to manage my workflows, etc. But if I'm trying to move into a position as a trainer, I'm going to focus on the skills where I've taught other people things, especially if I've taught people things in a group setting. I'm going to talk about how I've developed presentations and what kind of audience those presentations were for. And when I say talk, okay. The most common format of resume I see is a bullet list. It's an outline. You list where you worked, your job title, and the time you worked there. And then in a series of bullets underneath of that, you go down and go, here are the tasks I did, and probably covering some significant accomplishments within that. A resume is meant to be a list of skills. For a moment, I thought it was snowing again. No, it's snow falling off the trees. It is not meant to be a personality review, though you can convey some personality by careful formatting of the resume, word choice, and honestly, job choice in the past. It's not uncommon for a resume to have, hey, here's my goal, this is what I'm looking to do. A list of specific systems or technologies you're familiar with, at least in the technology field. It's not, I would listen, that I am used to supporting, and oh God, recruiters who can't tell this, it's a problem, supporting Office 365, supporting this, that, and the other, as opposed to being a developer for, or a tier 2 support for. I'm used to being an end user support. Make sure your resume reflects that, or you're going to get hit up for jobs that you may not be qualified for. I have people who think I'm an Oracle manager because I've had to do minimal end user adaptations. I've entered data and made changes in Oracle. I don't know how to set it up. And this is an Oracle HR database. I am not a database developer either. I have absolutely run queries in T-SQL, and it's been a while. Oh, and hey, there's another thing. If you don't feel comfortable advertising the skill, you don't have to, but consider for a moment whether or not it's going to help you get the position. If you don't think it's going to do, by all means, don't advertise the skill. They're going to come in looking for, ooh, you know T-SQL. Yeah, I know how to use T-SQL, or knew how to use T-SQL. I haven't used it in over a decade now. But I'm not a database developer. I'm not a database administrator. I used databases to solve basic technical problems. Now, resumes are all about technical skills. When it's coming to a job application and you want to reflect your personality, it is not uncommon for job applications to ask for a cover letter. And I used to hate these. Fortunately, listening to a podcast finally gave me an explanation of the purpose of the cover letter. Because I'm like, what the fuck do you put in this? You've got my resume. Cover letters convey personality. Cover letters convey accomplishments that may not be easily listed in a resume. Cover letters are meant to be a get-to-know-you conversation. Except you are taking a guess at the questions being asked, but think of it as a social interview rather than a technical interview. You're trying to decide if you want to be friends with these people, so you're going to tell them about yourself, about how you work, the work, and so on. Resumes can be a headache. And as such, if you're frustrated with the resume, the first thing I'm going to tell you is don't hesitate to ask a friend for help. Or several. Ask them to look it over. The other thing, even if you're not planning on job hunting, update your resume when your work changes or when you accomplish something. Make it so you don't have to try to remember everything at once the next time you do go job hunting. If you use a website such as LinkedIn or Glassdoor or Dice, make sure you reflect changes there as well. Again, even if you're not job hunting, now you don't have to, the next time you do need to go job hunting, put all the data in. But remember that resumes are skills oriented and should be impersonal is the best word I've got. You can reflect your personality, but you should be able to, in bulleted lists or something resembling a bulleted list, because there's options, go over where you were, how long you were there, your title, what work you did, and to some degree what you accomplished. Stay safe and healthy out there, and I'll catch you all next time.